Welcome to our YouTube channel. In this video, I am going to discuss what is the factory annotation, what is the use of factory, why we are using. So as we discussed in last video, we can pass the parameters from the sudo XML file. If we want to run any particular test test with multiple set of data, then we can parameterize from the XML file as well as we can use the data provider, right? Now here, this is the class, our parameter test. It contains two methods, test1 and test2, right? And if you want to run all the Java file, complete Java file containing all the tests, so means currently here we have two tests. So if you want to run with any particular set of data, then we need to pass those data from the parameter, sudo XML file, right? So let me show. In last session, we discussed like how we, in last video, we have discussed how we pass the parameters from sudo XML file and to test script. So if you don't have gone through that video, so I have added those video link in description box. You can click and go like that video how we pass the parameters from sudo XML file. Now if I like want to pass from here, so suppose that if we want to run this test with two set of data, then we need to create here two test method in sudo XML file, two test. And if we further, if you want to run this test, another user type, suppose that user 3 we want to execute, we want to pass here, then we need to create one more test node. Okay, so if I run this, then it will create three instances, run the test with three instances, right? So this will execute the parameter test with all the three set of data, and then by parameterizing these data. Okay, so here you can see the 3 times 3 into 2, 6 method executed, and this is the for all the values. This is the 2, user 3, password 3. Now if I want to increase more data, maybe suppose that we have 10 data, we want to execute this test script with 10 user name and password, then we need to maintain all those in XML file, and this XML file is going very lengthy, right? So there is another way in this test engine, we can execute one test script, one Java file with multiple set of data, right? So this test engine provide one more annotation that is known as the @factory annotation. With the help of that factory annotation, we can create runtime multiple object, multiple instances of that class. So now I'm going to show you how we create and run the test using factory annotation. I am going to create here one test engine test factory test. Test 1. So here I am going to create two tests. Username plus password. So these two variables I am going to create at a class level. Username, password. These are the instance variable of class. Now we can create the one constructor here. because we need to initialize the value. So we will use here constructor to initialize both values. Password. Okay, so this dot username this dot password. Okay, so these are the two exchange test I'm adding here. Okay, so if I run this using factory annotation, let me create a factory class. Okay, so in factory we need to create a use annotation factory and apply over a method. That method will return to single dimensional object like a data provider. In data provider, we are returning a two-dimensional object, but here it will return the one-dimensional object of array. Okay, so let me create the object. This is the new object. Then here we can create a runtime of object of factory test. So there is a constructor. We can pass here username as well as the password, like user1, and then second argument password1. Right. So we can create n number of object here like this with different set of data. Like I have created here 1, 2, 3, 7 method. Right. And then at the end we need to return the object, this object. So now our factory test is ready and we can run this. Okay, so using test engine. So if I run this test, this will execute factory test with multiple set of data. Now you can see there are 14 tests executed with all set of data. So now here we are running the same test script, same Java file with multiple set of data. But here I am not using sudo XML file. I am using the factory notation. Factory is just creating the multiple instances of the object and running here. Okay, so we can call this factory test in our sudo XML file. Let's show you. Here we can call and execute. This one. So now in single test, I am going to call factory class and this will execute all the set of data what we have provided in factory class. Right here you can see this is executed. Similar type, instead of putting this factory in separate class, we can also put and create this in same method, in same class here, like this. Okay, so now if I run this, let me show what happened. So there are 7 tests, means 7 data I am providing I am creating 7 object of this class. It means this will execute 7 into 2 equal to 14. But we have 2 more tests also here directly in the factory test. Okay, so let me show that will execute or not. We need to create this as a static. Okay, so you can see only 40 tests is executed. Only fact test executed with the factory directly, that will not execute. It means when we apply the factory in same method, then test will not execute. Only the test you execute by using the factory. Okay, so now what is the syntax of factory? We can use the @factory notation. Then it will return the single dimensional object, and we can create the object and return here. We can also call the other classes here, so that will also execute, right? So suppose that if we have one test here, class method, let me create. Here I am going to create only one method. Okay, @test. So let me show you. We can also include this in factory, and when we run the factory test, then this will also execute. Okay, here we are not passing any parameter, so directly I am calling this. Okay, so this test, this class will also execute, and currently this has only one test. So 7 plus 1, 15 tests will execute. So using factory, we can collect multiple tests and execute them. Multiple Java files. So this is running test 1 from here, and this is running from the factory test. Okay. So now next we can also use the data provider to with the factory notation, where we can pass a data provider and that will execute classes instead of creating the new object. Okay, let me create factory with DP, data provider. Okay, so I am going to create here one data provider, public static. This data provider will return 2-dimensional object as we discussed in last video. So if you have not gone that video, I have also added that video link in description. You can go with that video. Okay, get that thing. I am going to create get data. Okay, data provider, and then this is the name. I am giving here the name equal to test data. Okay, so get data. Here we can create the 2-dimensional object. Again, new object. So I am going to create one integer type data, where I will pass the 3 data here. This will return. Okay, so there are one set of data. I am also including the other set. Also, let me create username 1. Password 1. We can increase the data as much as we required here. So currently I am putting here the only 2 data. Now this is our test method. and here we need to use the username and password. Okay, so now I'm going to apply. So if apply this test, so this will execute only, we can data provider, we can apply only for a particular data. Like if we have two tests, so in both tests this will not apply. We need to apply here as well as the here. But if you want to run the complete test, this Java file with data provider, then we can use the factory. Factory will help here. So what we can do, we can create a constructor like this. Public constructor name is, constructor is not return any value, then we don't require anything here return. And then to user string password. Okay, then two variable I'm going to define here, username, password, and this I will copy here. Okay, so now I can apply here factory annotation, right? Factory annotation contains a data provider attribute. We can pass here test data, right? So if you want to run complete test, this test with particular set of data, then we can use factory notation. At runtime, factory will create the multiple instances of this class, and for each set of data, this will create one instance. So currently we have 4 data, so factory will automatically create 4 instances and run the test. Now you can see there are 4 test data, 2 test script, and these 2 test script will run with all 4 test data, right? So what is the difference here? Factory as well as the data provider. When we are using data provider, we can pass the data and particular method. This will not apply directly on complete class, all the class. But with the help of using factory, we can create the multiple instances of the class, that class, and execute that, right? So this is the difference. Here you can see I'm passing this data provider name over the factory, and I have added the factory notation on constructor of this class. It means this will create a multiple instances for each set of data. This will create one instance, and then it will execute the test. It's complete Java file, right? So, and when we are using data provider, we can apply directly on any particular method like this, right? So when we apply the data provider on particular method, so that method will execute only for set of data. Other method will not execute. We need to apply again on other method also, right? But directly using the factory method, we can run complete test, all the Java file with all test mentioned in that Java file with particular set of data. Okay, so hope this video will help you to get understand like what is the factory, how we use the factory to run multiple Java files, how we use the factory to run a single test with multiple set of data, how we use the factory with data provider. Okay.